Hey everybody, Decade Prime here, or Jake for those wondering what my actual name is, and welcome to my very first installment of my new web series called Shirabetemiyou, or as it's translated into English, let's check it out! This is a basic channel where I review TV shows, movies, video games, do cosplay updates, and unboxings, and, well, I guess anything that I can review that's product related. And for every single review that I do, I'm just gonna give my own 2 cents on what I think about the certain product, whether if it deals with said movie, TV show, etc., or just a product in general. So in which case, for today's subject, Ni no Kuni for the DS. Now for this game alone, I am aware that there is a PS3 version of it, but I've never played the game myself, so I guess you could say this will be my first experience of playing Ni no Kuni, or for this title more specifically, Ni no Kuni, Shikoku no Madoshi. And I actually got this from a local retro game shop called Warp Zone, which is in Central Ohio, which is where I'm from, but right now I'm in Colorado, where I'm just working in an audio-visual position, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Now, I actually got this for $50, and it's mint sealed with a small amount of damage, sadly, but what can you do? And now I actually had to do a lot of research on this just so I could make sure it's in context within the game itself, or at least some brief research, like characters and whatnot. But yeah, I did see a couple of unboxing videos of this, and let's just go over the package itself. Now, as I already mentioned before, the front of the package has the title of the game itself, as well as the 2 characters named Oliver and Drippy, or Shizuku in this case, since it's from Japan, obviously. Whereas if you look behind the title, it just looks very beautiful. And then of course you got the level 5 logo, rated A. I'm guessing it's the rated E of Japan. I don't know, I'm not familiar with Japanese ratings. The left and right are essentially the same, but if you go to the top and the bottom, they not only have Ni no Kuni, but they also have a nice looking border. And the back is pretty much what you would expect from any DS title, or any video game in general. It contains screenshots of the cutscenes that have been animated by Studio Ghibli. Yes, that's Studio Ghibli. And like every other video game, it also contains what the gameplay footage looks like, as well as some of the features that you can do in the game, and for this bundle, surprisingly enough, it contains the voice cast for the characters in the game. Pretty nice touch. Alright, so that's about it for the packaging, and now let's take it out of the box. After removing the shrink wrap, we can now take the sleeve off, and it also has some sort of a code right there, not sure what it's supposed to be, but you can see the real box. The real box that really just makes it look even more gorgeous than with this on. I mean, this does look nice too, but this is nicer. Not only does it contain the Ni no Kuni title itself, and of course the same design that I already mentioned from the sleeve itself, but still got more of that border design around it. You can see that the actual left and right sides of the box actually do contain a border outline as well. And for the back, I don't know, I'm probably guessing that's a map of the game itself. I could be wrong, I don't know. I won't know until I actually play the game itself, but yeah, it's pretty much what the Rio box looks like. Now let's take a look at the contents. After opening the box, the first thing to come out is this thing, in which I've heard it be called 2 different ways. The Wizard's Companion, which is what I'm thinking about calling it, or the Magic Master. But the book itself does look nice, containing that fantasy-like design that makes it feel like an actual book, in which it obviously is. Pages and everything, and a hardcover. That's legit cardboard in there. And then of course you got the spine, which again makes it look beautiful by the design. And the back itself, and then of course, opening the book itself, it contains what I guess could be a contents card, but I'm not sure about this. And then opening more into the book, still got more of that interesting design going on. Still got all the Japanese and everything else. And you got the spells, and then of course various parts and weapons, and some familiars based on what I've heard. And then of course your map of Hyrule, or I mean, no, I'm just kidding, it's not Hyrule. But yeah, the book it definitely looks perfect, and for those that actually do want to cosplay for anything Ni no Kuni related, this is definitely a must for said cosplayers. So we got that, the contents card, and then of course we got two more things, one of which I guess is probably a certificate of authenticity of buying the game itself. I don't know, I don't read Japanese, but I am learning via memorize. And then of course, he got the actual game itself, which the cover of the actual game is different compared to what's on the sleeve. Still got Oliver and Drippy on there. And then opening the game itself, you not only got the cartridge, but you also got the Nintendo Wi-Fi thing, the booklet, and a Club Nintendo thing, which I really wish Club Nintendo was still around today. And now the manual itself actually is very detailed, and I do mean detailed. Like, it's got full colors, it's got character designs, it's got more screenshots of the animation clips, probably controls as well. It's got a lot of things, and I just really like how Japan actually went out of their way to make sure this is as detail oriented as possible, just by the packaging itself. The package alone is a must for anyone who is either a level 5 fan, a Studio Ghibli enthusiast like I am, or for those that are collectors in general. What comes in the package itself does not disappoint whatsoever, and is definitely one that I highly recommend to anyone who is one of those three things that I already mentioned. And even though I already mentioned that mine was shrink wrapped and there were a little bit of dinks from here and there, but at the same time I wouldn't call it the worst condition out there. But overall, I'm glad with what I got, but at the same time, I do kind of wish that it was a little bit neater. So that's my unboxing of Ni no Kuni. I hope you enjoyed it, and please feel free to subscribe and leave any comments below if you want to, and I shall see you guys next time. Excuse me for a moment. Hello? This is him. What? You mean to tell me that after all these years I never got a letter to Hogwarts?